Yes! 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 Come on!
Alright, what's up, my fellow superstars? It's your boy Chris before reaction here. And today, we're gonna be reacting to, well, this one is browser games were goated. That's a very simple title for this one, but I know this one is about how good browser games were when they used to be a relevant thing. Sadly, they're not as relevant anymore. I mean, they still exist, but they're not as relevant as they used to be. And they're not as good anymore, which kind of sucks. Anyways, I'm not going to hesitate too much this time, so let's go.
Flash games. Flash games, a lost relic of the past for web browser games that help pass the time during my
Yes, we all know how cool math was.
school classes, or even help pass the time whenever I was bored in the house. So today we're going to be talking about the best Flash games that I played throughout my childhood.
The one I think I played like a certain idle game title in my childhood.
Now first, let's talk about the undisputed GOAT Flash game, which is Run. Now Run is one of my favorite
I tried that one too,
games
but
to
for
play
some
in the
reason I wasn't
browser
as
because
interested
it was
as
just so
everyone else
addicting.
was.
The entire game centers around you playing as this little alien, and you have to platform through a bunch of different levels, jumping over
Somehow
holes
this
that will
was a
suck
little-
you into the void of space. And the main gimmick of this game is that
Somehow I somehow lost interest in this one for some reason. I don't know how.
if you move towards the walls, it actually shifts your gravity. So there's a little more strategy to how you can play it. And this game was just the
I might be one of the select few that didn't find this interesting.
game to play during class, especially when you weren't supposed to. So like every single one of them. But I mostly played Run 3, and in that game there was a specific stage you had to pass to unlock one of the most fun characters in the game, and that character is a skater. Now the skater basically just made your character go like 2 times faster, and that made the game so much more challenging and fun to play, because the normal speed you go at playing as a normal character was way too slow and didn't give the game any challenge really. And on the plus side, I like me some fast-paced platforming, and I remember the amount of times I'd be raging in class trying to beat a specific
Oh, don't rage too loud or you get caught, man.
level over and over with the skater when I could have just easily swapped my character. But nah, that would make it way too easy. Next, let's talk about Super Smash
Switching it would make it too easy.
5.
But what if you're genuinely struggling with the hardware?
Now, holy, if you were too broke to afford a Wii during the time while Super Smash Bros. Brawl was out, this was the best alternative you were gonna get compared to it. And best of all, you can play it on an internet browser. Now, Super Smash Flash was basically a bootleg version of Super Smash Bros. And they had a few other cool characters added too, like Ichigo, Naruto, Luffy, and
Wow.
Goku, which was so sick seeing as a kid who loved anime a lot. Yes, guys, I ain't no LARP Sahor. I was here before the
LARP. Now you're mentioning the term LARP on your channel? Come on, LoneE.
great anime shit. But I just remember the hot summer days I'd be inside the house with my brother playing Super Smash Flash together on our shitty little
You're a fan of
laptop
anime?
that when turned on would sound like a car engine because the laptop was a piece of poop. And my brother and I would be 1v1ing each other, and of course I always picked Naruto to play because at the time I was binging the entire series, so it only made sense I picked him. But I also played Link and Kirby a lot because I also love those games too, and whenever I played Kirby, I would be spamming the Kirby recovery where he jumps up in the air with the sword over and over, because that's all I knew what to do. Next, let's talk about Super Mario 63. Now this game was fire. It was basically just a copy of the game Super Mario 64 and took elements from Super Mario Sunshine, but in 2D.
So it's just a better version of Mario 64.
Version. And I remember just surfing the internet with my brother, and we stumbled upon this game, and we were so surprised that a Mario game was on our computer, because we only knew of Mario on the DS or the Wii at the time, but never knew about people making fan-made games, which is cool to see for someone passionate about Mario enough to make a fan-made game about it. Next, let's talk about Boxhead. Now, Boxhead was a if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's how you know Mario was a successful series.
Type of game. This game was so fun. The best way I can describe the game is that it's kind of like Black Ops Zombies, but with Roblox graphics. The game had a bunch of different guns and weapons you could use, from collecting these boxes that would spawn throughout the game, like an Uzi, shotgun, grenades, walls. But my personal favorite were definitely the RPG, railgun, and grenades, because you could just spam them and the entire screen would start violently shaking, which was really fun to see. And they had multiplayer, so I would go over to a friend's house and we would run some box heads together. And I don't know why, but this game was actually kind of scary. Probably because there was so much blood in the game. Like, whenever you'd kill a horde of zombies, the entire map would be covered in blood. And I was also very scared of the boss in the game, which was the devil. He would shoot fireballs at you, and I remember being so anxious whenever we would reach a level where he would spawn. I was low-key shitting bricks. And of course, we gotta talk about Gravity Guy. Now, let me tell you about this game. This was the main game I would always play on Miniclip before it got shut down, sadly. And there are two different modes you can play in Gravity Guy. In single player, you have to run away from this villain by swapping your gravity to traverse through the level while he chases you down. And the levels get progressively harder and harder. And oh yeah, he can also just copy every single move you do. But the real magic came from the multiplayer game mode. You could run 4-player free-for-all Gravity Guy with your friends all on one keyboard. And this game, I definitely had the most memorable times playing out of any other Flash game. I remember I would mostly play this game with my elementary school friends during our after-school program in the computer lab. And I would always win most of the time because I'm the go at this game. Like, you don't want to 1v1 me in Gravity Guy.
I was moving.
Next, we cannot forget about Fireboy and Water Girl. Now, this game was a 2-player puzzle platformer game where you play as Fireboy and Water Girl, and the objective of the game is to get through all the different levels in the game as the puzzles get more and more challenging and complicated. And they made so many different spin-offs of the game, like the Forest Temple, Ice Temple, Light Temple, and they all had their different unique set of mechanics. And you bet your ass I played every single one of them with my day one. We used to play this game in the computer lab all the time, trying to 100% the game by getting every single gem, and we would also rage at each other for messing up at certain spots. Because if either one of you died, you'd have to restart from the beginning of the level again. And of course, we have to talk about Raft Wars. Now, Raft Wars is a turn-based game that has similar gameplay to Angry Birds, in the sense that you have to aim balls to shoot towards the enemies you face to either kill them or knock them off the raft into the water. And you face a variety of different enemies in this game, whether it be Vikings, pirates, or Japanese people. And after each level you complete, you can gain money in the game where you can spend it to get upgrades. And this game was just so fun to play. The art style looked so goofy, and it kind of reminds me of South Park. And I remember
wait, maybe it is a discount South Park.
times playing this game and grinding through it all, because I was already goated at Angry Birds, so it wasn't too hard for me to complete this game. Next, let's talk about Happy Wheels. Now, Happy Wheels was the go-to Flash games. I used to watch so many YouTubers back in the day get millions of views making videos playing it, like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye mainly. And the
those ones mainly.
entire point of the game is that people make user-generated levels that you can pick to play from a
I'd love to see PewDiePie's take on that
catalog, and you have to try to complete the level with the character you're given. And they had so many iconic characters, like the irresponsible dad, the fat lady, the moped couple, Lawnmower Man, Indiana Jones, Segway Man,
actual Indiana Jones, what the fuck,
Glue Stick Man, Santa Claus, Responsible Mom.
What is the most random cast of characters? Oh my gosh.
Helicopter Man. And this game was pretty gory because when you die, you can just get turned straight into pieces of meat. And they had so many different modes like sword throw, dropper, harpoon run, bottle run.
That was definitely more than PG-13.
Like, there were so many fun levels to choose from. And what shocked me at the time
it's definitely G-rated.
is that it was all user-made levels, which was so cool to see. Next, let's talk about the world's hardest game. Now, this game is infamously known for being challenging as hell, as you can tell by the title of the game. And in the game, you control this red cube around a bunch of different...
I'm not sure if it's necessarily the actual hardest game of all times, but it definitely is close to that.
levels, varying from difficulty, while also collecting all the coins in the level. And from the surface, this game looks
well, that's tough.
So easy to play, but trust me, this game is harder than it looks. Cause I don't even think I
because you can actually keep dying over and over to some of the levels.
Keep this game. I probably just rage quitted from dying over and over. Next, let's talk about Henry Stickmin. Now, unfortunately,
I never beat the world's hardest game, sadly.
This is a game
it got way too hard, even for me.
I haven't played.
Yes, I even went back to playing it recently, and I still can't beat it. Man, it really is difficult.
Go on. Go ahead. Throw your tomatoes at me. I'm sorry, guys, but there were just too many Flash games to choose from as a kid. You can't blame me. And I'm not about to LARP Sahor and act like I
LARP Sahor.
did play this game. But
No.
Henry Stickmin is a choose-your-own-path
Okay,
type of
no,
game where
forget-
you help Henry make decisions on what to do during different scenarios.
Luckily, your boy has played a couple of the Stickman games here.
Whether it be helping him break
I have tried out a couple of the Henry Stickman games, so luckily I can say that I did it.
into a bank or escaping a prison. And a lot of the times, you're gonna pick the wrong choice.
Yeah, the prison escape. Yeah, I played that one in the Steel Diamond.
A funny animation will happen because of that, and then you'd fail the level. And the games have multiple endings that all depend on the choices you make as you play, which makes it even more fun because you can always play the game again and try to get the other endings to see what happens. And a lot of you guys have said that I look like Henry Stickmin, and like,
Oh my god, he actually does look like Henry Stickmin. Now that you said that. Well, you kind of do look like him, LoneE. And maybe almost for every other Stickman YouTuber too.
low key, you guys aren't wrong. He might be one of my distant cousins or something. We
Distant
gotta call
cousin.
ancestry. And finally, let's talk about CP. Oh shit, I'm
No, not that CP, LoneE. Don't go there.
in Club Penguin. Now, Club
Okay, thank God. Thank God you didn't talk about the other thing. Okay, good.
Penguin, I didn't play as much, but a lot of
Yeah, don't talk about the other CP, LoneE. The illegal one. Talk about the... Yeah, don't talk about the illegal one, LoneE.
people loved
If you don't know what the other CP is, you do not want to know that. Trust me, it's really bad.
it. And in the game, you're able to customize your own penguin and drip them out and socialize with players through the chat and make friends. Kind of like a kid-friendly version of VR chat, but like at the same time not. Because the game nowadays
It was like a kind of a beta version of VR chat.
is infamously known as a predator hotspot for
Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, I do not condone to that in any way.
PDF files to prey on kids. Guys, stay safe online, genuinely. But the games Club Penguin had were fire. Like the kart racing game, kart jitsu, bowling, and sled racing. I just wish I played more of it when I was younger though, cause I low-key missed out on the other fun games. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if I missed it,
Damn, LoneE, you barely played it? Wow.
games, leave a comment below of what I missed, and
Honestly, I never got a chance to play that once in my childhood, so I missed out too much too. I feel your pain, bro.
follow my socials. Anyways, I'm out. Bye!
Wow, this video is short. Okay, damn. Okay, not that much shorter. It was only like a minute shorter, but you get. Hey, come on, you get the deal. Well, that's the second LoneE video. Well, there's one more after this, but anyways, this video was definitely fire. It was about childhood browser games. Anyways, my thoughts about for the previous video, which was about shows. All the ones that he said were so good. I can agree with all of them, basically. I'm just gonna evenly agree with all of them, so because I don't want to be getting dissed with that, right? I think they all have equally good moments inside each show. So yeah. Anyways, my thoughts for this topic, which is browser games, is nearly all of them were so goated, and I wish the recent browser games can go back to the go back to being like the ones in the good old days, where they're finally good again and they actually have substance to them, and no freaking ads either. I hate it when there's ads in like browser games. It freaking sucks. Anyways, because it makes it unplayable. Anyways, that's the end of this one, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to sit silly for a positive like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell. Share this video with others. And if you see, hype the video if you see that feature. Maybe. Anyways, see you guys in the third LoneE video. Bye.